Okay, check, check, mic check. Okay, mic audio is good. Okay, and it sounds like game audio is coming through. Okay, so today we are once again continuing the adventures of Carl in his goal of killing all of the bosses in Dark Souls. Carl, who uses only a crossbow and claymore. Carl, who needs no shirt. Carl, who needs no shield. Now, last time we played through the DLC, and we were going to do the bonus boss, the Black Dragon Calamite. Unfortunately, Steam, or not Steam, why do I keep saying that? Twitch, unfortunately had a bit of a conniption fit and would not catch up to the actual video of the stream. So I had to put off doing the bonus boss because of that. So we're going to try this again, and hopefully it goes a little better. He was kind of kicking my ass last time anyways. So, here we go. Whee! Now, where did I die? Over there. I don't know if I actually had all that many souls. Oh, there he is. Okay. There's a couple thousand. Whoops. Alright. Put on some lightning. Now, if I'd have been quicker, I might have been able to get at his tail when he did that. Speaking of his tail, I think it was not low enough to the ground for that too. Oh. And here it comes. Okay. Alright, we'll top up. Oh, jeez. That one came a little harder than I was expecting. I'm definitely... Ow. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, lucky me. Okay. Yeah, with Calamite, you really have to dodge into his attacks to be able to get a hold of him when the opportunity is there. Although sometimes you'll end up under his butt, and that tends to hurt. Okay. 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 As I mentioned the last time I fought this guy, if he manages to use that attack on you, it will increase the damage you take from all of his other attacks. I gotta be a little more careful here. I'm doing better than I was last time. And I didn't press dodge fast enough, so that's excellent. Alright, so clearly I need to not suck so hard. Let's try this again. I was definitely doing better than it was at the end of last time's stream. I just didn't keep it going. I got clumsy there. Funnily enough, I said I was doing a decent job, and then I just clustered all the hell, so maybe I should just keep my mouth shut. But anyways, like I said... No, wait a minute. What am I doing? I've already beaten Manus. But yeah, we'll get him. Palamute is a very difficult boss. He has very spastic movement patterns, very hard hitting attacks. The AoE on his fire breath is pretty huge, particularly when he flies up and breathes downwards and it goes out in a radius. It's nuts. Okay, so dogs are put down. Top up before we start this time, because I realized when I started the last fight I wasn't actually at full health, which might have put me on the back foot from the word go. Alright. And then maybe my souls will be a little... not that much closer, really. Alright. Maybe I should just not bother, because that's not really a lot of souls, comparatively at this stage. It's fine, we got it. Okay, what are you gonna do? Okay, that time we got through. Oh shit, that's the... Okay. We're good. Well, I did dodge through the brunt of it, but he still got me on the... Fuck your shins. Yeah, the hitbox on that one, because that's the one that killed me when it clipped me last time. Oh, this is... I'm in a bad position here. Alright, you know what? We're going to tank this one with my face, because otherwise I was just going to get mowed under. I had nowhere to go. Here we go again. Ah! Shit. Yeah, I'm in a bad spot. I need to go somewhere where I got more room to maneuver. Okay, that time we dodged it. It wasn't under his butt. I might have actually been able to get his... Ow! Oh, I actually got through the flames that time. Oh, God. Has such crazy reach. What? Ah. I'm just not positioning myself well. Okay, that's better. Okay, now it's good. You gotta dodge early on that one, because his horn has a really forward hitbox. That should be good. I don't think it's gonna go well. Oh. Alright. Let's go, tough guy. Nope. More fire. Alright, now we're getting it. Whoa. Nope, that one whiffed. Jeez, yeah, he really fucking lunges with those attacks. Ow. Okay, we're fine. We're doing alright. Yeah, I went way too late on that one. Nope, that was the wrong direction. Come on, guy, you gotta give me something here. Come on, man, we're doing a show. You gotta play to the camera. No, I'm just kidding. Probably. I forgot to actually put my lightning paper on for that one. Oh well. We're gonna get him, because this playthrough is not ending until we get every boss. So eventually, if we ram my face into the brick wall hard enough and enough times, the brick wall will fall over. Pretty sure that's somebody else's expression, but whatever. And down you go. Bad dog. That was kind of slick. Oh, shit. You learned. Hey, come on. Thank you. Could really use another upgrade to my Estus flask. Okay. That's still the waterfall? Yes, it is. We can see the waterfall through the fog gate. I know that. Or the texture is mixing up. I don't know. Okay. Now, where did I die? Or did I die? I think it was running towards that edge. Okay. We're fine. Alright, now get those souls. Alright, now let's get out of the corner. Now. Got it. Okay, that one was kind of stupid. Here it comes. Nope. Ow. Fuck. Didn't work either. I'm really not sure where the hitbox on the fire breath actually is. That's the one where his tail is vulnerable. Ah. Okay. Comes the whoosh. We're gonna be okay that time. Alright. That one is brutal. Jesus. Damn it. Come on, man. I usually don't. Well, I don't want to be that guy who's kind of like, oh, I'm usually so good at this, and then, no, he's a tough boss. What level am I? 76. I mean, that's a pretty good level. And yeah, there's the people out there who do this fight, like level 1, blindfolded, barehanded only, whatever. Those people are probably crazy. Not that I'm not crazy, but what they decided to devote their time to, I guess. Because it does take time and sometimes practice to accomplish a lot of things that are challenging. But it's the ability to keep trying that really makes the difficulty of Dark Souls worth it. If I had a shield, I could tank those dogs, but Carl needs no shield. We're doing fine. We'll manage, somehow. think I should save the buffs for later in the fight when he's down low and I need to start laying in the damage. Because if it goes like that last fight where I barely had done anything to him when he tore me apart. And somehow he's always creeping around that same corner. Okay. What are you doing? And circle. Alright. He's got a lot of jump back, like the Manticore. Ow. Okay. Okay. Managed to duck that one this time. Alright. What are you going for? Which mouth? Here it comes. Okay, now. There we go. That's a little more controlled. Okay. We're good. Okay, that was not quite where I expected that to hit. Oh, shit. Woo! That was lucky. Sometimes a little bit of luck can help. Okay. Okay, watch your stamina. Okay. Ow. Yeah, fuck your shins. Ow. Okay. That one. Heal. Okay, good. One's doing that. Yeah, his hitbox is really, really big, so. That's gonna look around. And I should have dodged away from that. Ah, stop. Damn it. Doing so well that time, too. Well, we're gonna get him, and we're gonna keep going until we've got him. 'Cause that's just how this goes. I don't remember if I picked up my souls last time or not. Doesn't matter. Now, okay, I still ended up having to eat the hit, which is annoying. So neither of us connected on that one. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, that's better. Didn't have to use my S. Well, can top up with one Estus and be at full health anyway. I don't even remember. Oh, there. Okay, so I have been picking up missiles. I don't understand why that still hit me. Yeah, I was nowhere near his tail for that one. Okay, here it comes. Just gotta get better at healing at the right opportunities, I guess. Fast enough for that. Okay, that works. Okay, so that one you want to run away from rather than try to dodge around or through. Oh, come off it. On top of you. Here it comes. Ah, why? Okay, I don't know why I ended up directly under that, but we survived, so. Okay, I got the clip on his tail, but I didn't actually do enough damage to cut it off. Okay, yep. Alright, we're gonna make that one. Good. Hop up. Alright, now we're doing it. Okay, that one. Okay. How are we doing this? And I'm not going to be able to get to his tail. But that's fine. I'm not super interested in getting his tail. I've gotten it a couple of times before. But I don't think I've ever gotten it solo. I was co-oping with a friend when I got it before. Okay, here comes the ring. Okay, made it. Now we're doing it. Okay. Come on. Ow. Alright. Don't get greedy. What? Boom. Done. And down goes Calamite. And the Calamity Ring that he drops for you will increase the amount of damage that you take. So that's literally all it does. It just makes the game harder and offers no benefit. Which, I mean, some people are into that kind of thing. Challenge runs and low-level runs and this, that, and the other thing. But you can still derive a lot of satisfaction from the game just from playing it normally and beating it normally. Hell, I mean, even Carl's build is sort of a challenge build for me because it's a combo I've never done before, and I'm playing without a shield. So, Calamite is done, and after you kill Calamite, you can go speak with Goff again, and he will give you his great bow, which is probably the best great bow in the... well, not probably. It's definitely better than the Dragon Slayer Great Bow that the Silver Knights of Anor Londo were using, because it has better stat scaling. But I've never actually used it, so I actually wanted to do an archery run at some point. I just hadn't gotten around to it. But it's really, really hard to do a run where it's oh, I did already get that. It's not... I can't imagine it's easy to do a run with just a bow. Which is, again, part of the reason why I want to try it. It's fun to take on challenges sometimes. There's just a certain degree of challenge where it goes from, oh, this is interesting and feels good to try a different thing, to, this is absolutely insane, why am I doing this? Oh, there's that dead guy. Then she has moved on. There's more abyss gunk all over the place. Anyway, we beat Calamite, got some souls. Actually, before we warp out of here, let's talk to Go. Get that Crapo. And then after that, we are going to move on to the Duke's Archives, because I already kind of started on them when I was getting the DLC set up. So I might as well go there since it's already up. And speaking of which, I think I've beaten, yeah, Nito and the Four Kings so far.
Why, thou hast defeated Calamite? Wondrously played. Lord Gwyn's blessing upon thee. That beast will never take to the skies again. Farewell, proud human. May every honor be bestowed upon thee.
Yeah, and just like with CRN, you can kill Go if you want to get his armor set.
Thou comest again, legend of humans. It is always an honor to speak with thee.
There we go.
This great bow, I shan't need it, but no dragons to hunt. I know not if a human could even operate it. But here, thy need outweighs mine. Farewell, proud human. May every honor be bestowed.
Whoops, I'm kind of cut him off there. So, the Great Bow. It's pretty big, but ridiculously huge. I don't have any ammo for it though. Well, actually I do, but I'm not going to use it. Where'd I put it? There's my trusty claymore. Alright. So now we've got that. We're going to level up and then we're going to head to the Duke's Archives. Go claim another Lord Soul. Oddly enough, from another dragon. I guess this is the dragon episode. Well, we'll see if I can get through the Duke's Archives that quickly. They are a bit tricky. And in fact, for reasons I'll get into when we get there, the Duke's Archives actually almost made me stop playing this game when I first did it. Londo first. And just in case anything happens, I think we already killed those pigs though, so we should be fine. Man, fighting those pigs was hard with the claymore, now that I remember. Like, even both my thrust and my slash attacks just bounced right off. I mean, it did the damage it needed to, but I don't know, the deflection was a lot crazier than some weapons I've used. Bye-bye. Moving right along. Yeah. So the first bonfire here in the Duke's archives is not one that you can warp to. We have to get to the second bonfire here. Okay, no pigs. Glad for that. Let's tag here. Should be fine though. And I think I mentioned once before that if you try to fight those crystal hollow enemies on the elevator, backstabs and ripostes won't work. I'm really not sure why. It's probably just a glitch. Or the elevator messes with their hitboxes. I don't know. But as long as you're off the elevator, you're good. Check for the archer. And this guy already came running, so we're good there. And then in addition to the archer, we have the spellcaster shooting at us, so we want to stay below that. And that's him dealt with. We don't want to, well, we don't have to, I should say, fight that crystal again, because we already got the pendant from it. Okay, are there any others I can lure out? Yeah, that guy. There. The Duke's Archives, home of Seif the Scaleless. Well, I didn't mean to get hit by that, but that's fine. And then we're gonna run across here, do some more cover. We'll deal with that just so we can get rid of the crystal hollows. Oops. Ah, damn it. Okay. There we go. Hello. Okay. The other guy's here under the stairs. Whoop. You guys are tougher than I remember. Oh, hey there. Oh, that's you dealt with. Or maybe it's just because they're buffed by him. I forget how exactly that buff... Oh, man. Oh, I hate that. Like, you can't actually damage them when they're in the midst of teleporting. It's stupid. Dealt with. You, your aim's a little off there, buddy. Ow. Okay. Now, unlike previous locations, the sorcerers here will respawn. Because this is where they're from originally. He's trying to shoot at me. Don't know where, though. Possibly on an upper floor? Well, we'll get there eventually. Let's get this guy first. Oh, right. There's another one. It's fine. Yeah, and we are looking down on Anor Londo from up here. That's the Grand Cathedral, where we met the princess. Right. Before we do the elevator. Yes. Next. Ah. Boom. Okay, and chains dangling. It's a mimic. And down it goes. Oh! I've never had the symbol of avarice drop from that one before. I guess there's a chance any of them can. I thought it was the specific one that dropped it because it was the last one in the game that you usually kill. I'm okay with that. The symbol of avarice, when you put it on your head, it will constantly sap your HP, but it will massively increase your item drop rate and also increase the rate at which you gain souls. Okay, before we go any further, need to put on this ring of sacrifice. And this is the reason... hang on. Whoops. Trying to roll in that stuff, it isn't really that great. Enemies fat rolling is pretty funny though. Alright, so more crystals. Crystal lizard. Yep, some more twinkling titanite and a blue chunk. So right through here, try ring. Yeah, good bit of advice there. Because through this door is a fight we cannot win, and that was the reason why I was ready to stop playing, because this is unprecedented. There was no fight in the game before this point that was unwinnable entirely, and that you need to lose to progress the game. And I think there's some kind of like cheat method to actually win in this circumstance, but I don't know what it is. So, let's go die. But so long as you're wearing a ring of sacrifice, you'll get to keep your stuff. Because if you shoot Seath, he will take damage, but then it instantly regenerates. So there's no point, really. Ooh, I have a really cool curse resistance at the moment. I don't really want to get cursed. Yeah. So, no matter what, you're gonna lose this fight. Unless you know whatever trick it is to win it. But you end up here. And I was really frustrated the first time I encountered this. Not only because it left me without an opportunity to go back and get my souls upon losing them. Who's the little friend? But further, it aggravated me that it was unprecedented. There was no other must-lose fights in this game ever. So, I was frustrated, and I was about ready to stop playing because I felt that was it felt like a betrayal, honestly, because it was like, this is not how the game has ever worked before this point. Why did this happen? Why did I have to lose that fight? And we end up in jail, but this guy's sleeping on the job, so... And he's just dumb enough to be carrying our key. Unfortunately, jailbreak does not go unnoticed. So they're sicking the ooglies on us. The eldritch, nasty, magic horror thingies. I don't know what they're actually called. Everything in this game has like a proper name, but before we deal with them, got a couple of snake men put down. Oh, hey, come back here. I'm trying to murder you, God. Hi. That was satisfying. Yay for the crossbow. Alright, here comes contestant number 1. Whoops. Yeah, that grab attack hurts. Oh, I'm still using my heavy bolts. Switch back to the regular kind here. Whoops. Not locked up. Yeah, but so long as that siren is playing, they will run up the stairs at you, and if you shut it off and reload the area, magic barfies. If you shut it off and run up the area, they will just stay docile and dormant. Can I get this guy through the bars? Yeah, I can. And I don't think there's actually anything in his cell. No. So we open that one. And this one we can't open with this key for some reason. I don't know why they set it up this way. It's weird. Whoa. Hang on. I need to not die here. Is it? There we go. Okay. Oops. Missed the plunge on that one. Alright, so the prison extra key. Oh, there's one right here. We're just gonna whoop. Well. No magic barfies for you. So we have that extra key that, for whatever reason, only opens this door. And that lets you out a soul item. Okay, I think we actually got them. Nope, there are a few more. We are having fun, aren't we? Did they notice it? Now they've noticed me. Carl, you're taking up too much of the screen. I can't see where I'm shooting. No? Not gonna... There we go. Hooray, crossbow! There we go. Alright, and there's two left down here. Now these two are special cases. Because first of all, they're tougher than the other ones. And second of all, they drop specific items. The Bountiful Sunlight and Soothing Sunlight Miracles. Unfortunately, you have to be in the Princess Guard Covenant. What covenant am I in? Forest Hunter, that's right, when I was fighting Sif. You have to be in the Princess Guard Covenant to even use either of those miracles. And this door's locked. And it's Big Hat Logan.
Chance meeting this is. Alas, I'm in prison once again. I don't suppose you could stage me in getting it. The archives. Such a storehouse of knowledge. So close, but just out of reach. The thought offends me so I could simply die. As a student of the arts, you understand me?
Alright, so we have to find another key to let him out. One that is not actually in this room. So we have to come back to this later. But it's worth, even if you're not pursuing Big Hat Logan's quest line, it's worth coming back because there is another Firekeeper soul in the room with him. So you can upgrade your Estus Flask again. Nope, that did less damage than I was expecting. That's right, the snake people have kind of a stupid amount of defense. Comparatively. So, in this chest, we have the giant door key, which does not open the cell that Logan is in. It opens the big door that's up there. That will let us out of the dungeon area. Now we can turn that off. Get that racket out of our ears. Whee! Bonk. Might actually be getting close to enough levels, or souls for a level up here. Yeah, and I'm gonna want to kindle the bonfire here. And we killed the 2 snake dudes on the stairs, so we can just keep going. Well, 3 including the guard who dies in 1 hit no matter what you hit him with. Going up. So, open this door. But before we go that way, there's some goodies that we can grab. So just carefully fall onto this platform. Walk in a straight line and you'll get it. We can get the maiden hood, robe, gloves, and skirt, which is what Rhea of Thurland was wearing. And we also get the white seance ring, which increases the number of spell attunement slots you have. So I'm going to take another swig and keep going. I'm actually going to climb the ladder, and not just assume I press the button at the right spot. Okay. Be careful to look around corners here, because there's lots of these guys in just about every direction. Plus that guy shooting at you from there. Done. Yeah, we can't upgrade the claymore any further, so the only way to really get any more damage out of it would be to put my dex... Whoa, there's the other one. The first one's right here. Okay, we got him. Good. Now, you can run down these stairs to get to the bonfire before doing the rest of this area. It's in that little balcony there. But I think I have enough Estus to do the rest of this place before I do that, just so I only have to restore my humanity once. So we're going to continue on in this direction. Whoa. And that guy shoots at you, but once again, these guys really like hanging out around corners. And then once you get here, you're safe from the magic sniping. Gotta be careful to kill the archers. Oh, no, that level. So the gimmick of this place is these staircases, which when you throw the lever, will rotate. Is it on the other side? Ow. Hang on, I'm gonna not die, preferably. Oh. Slowest arrows ever. Right, so down he goes. And then we gotta turn this staircase so that we can go up in the other direction. Wait a minute, did I? I totally missed that chest. Well, that's what I get for not paying attention. Hang on, we'll go get it. Was there not a chest that... I'm remembering the layout of this place all wrong. Maybe it was up here. Nope. And we got another archer there. Let's carry him. Yeah. The main thing to keep in mind is that when you rotate one set of stairs in the other room also rotates. So when you rotate that stairs around to come up this side, now these ones are facing that way and will take you to the channeler. Provided you don't get sniped along the way. And, you know, actually dodge roll at the correct time. But these guys aren't as bad as the dark sorcerers from Ulasil, so we're fine. Now, is the chest. It's on top of that balcony, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, before we do that, there's the chest. So we got the strong magic shield sorcery, and Carl is not a sorcerer, so we don't have much use for it, but it's there. And, oh no, there isn't another one. Where? Forget it. This isn't an all items playthrough. I'm just trying to be thorough. This is an all bosses playthrough. Now, so, I think it's on that bookshelf where that archer is standing. But anyways, before we try that, you're gonna... Oh, right, I have a crossbow. Let me just... Would help if I locked on. Now I'm gonna die. Why is that ledge short enough for me to just step up onto it? I do not understand that. I deal with the snakes. Never mind, they're not coming. Fucking... I've done that before, too. That's the annoying part. Now we only have 6 Estus, and I don't... Well, I only used 3, I guess. That's annoying, though. I don't know why I just stepped on the off the edge when I was just trying to lock onto the guy. Guys are tough. Excuse me. And then the sorcerers are alive again. And don't start teleporting before I kill you, okay? Thank you. Alright. So we're gonna try this again, and we're gonna do it a little more quickly, because I'm gonna remember that stuff isn't in certain places. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's over there. Chest that I thought I couldn't remember. Never mind. Just make sure we don't have to deal with this. Okay. And they'll sometimes drop crystal straight swords. Crystal weapons do a lot of damage, but they have really low durability. They're brittle. But extra sharp. Unless you have the crystal weapon sorcery, which adds the damage buff equivalent to a crystal weapon without the fragility because it's temporary. But like any buff, whether it's fire, lightning, magic, you can't add it to a weapon that already has an elemental property. Okay, wait till he takes another shot, and then go. Okay, that was a little bit bullshit. And of course he teleports, and I can't hit him while he's teleporting because reasons. Like any other spellcaster attempting to channel something, you can interrupt them. But for some reason the teleport on these guys, you can't. Okay, let's do this again without falling on my face. These actually lock on without me having to step over the ledge. Why are you not locking on? Why do I have to get that close to lock on? This is what happened last time. Take this ladder down here. Because that fall killed me at full health. Even though I swear I've survived falls as large as that one. Like the one in Sen's Fortress, they had the sniper crossbow. I don't think it's actually any taller than that. But we step into this little side room, and we get a blue Titanite chunk. And then we go into this room. We get the Channeler's outfit. And the giant key, the key to the giant door. And then this one, the chain is not curled, it's a mimic. Down you go. And we get an enchanted falchion. The enchanted buff gives magic damage that scales with intelligence. And the crystal ember you can give to the giant blacksmith in Enorlando to make any weapon into a crystal weapon. Well, any non-unique weapon. So I'm gonna, before I do anything else stupid, I'm going to go tag the bonfire. I kind of want to not, well, I can light the bonfire without. Now I can just warp to it. Alright, so let's try something stupid. This is a crossbow run after all. There we go. Okay. Now we didn't rest at the bonfire, so these guys shouldn't have respawned. Yeah. Did they move it? Because I swear the chest for the Evelyn used to be on top of that bookshelf where he is standing. Well, where'd they put it then? It's not there. Yeah, it's not there. What gives? I mean, I know they added a bonfire, but I didn't realize they actually changed an item placement. Okay, I guess we're not getting Evelyn. That is bizarre. Usually they don't go for it, so I never actually realized when I was playing this for myself that they had moved it. So, that's kind of bizarre. And I mean, yeah, it was one of the most frustrating item placements. But they do little things like that, and yet there's so many larger things they didn't actually fix. It's weird. Anyway. Oh yeah, I got lots of humanity now. Alright, so let's kindle up this bonfire. And then we're gonna go back and let Logan out of that cell and get us a Firekeeper soul. Let's get our Estus up another plus. And then we're doing good on time. Calamite took longer than I was hoping in the beginning. Yeah, and as I pointed out before, although early game there was lots and lots of summon signs, towards the late game, oh no, somebody's invading me already. I didn't even get to finish. Well, I mean, I guess it kindled all the way because I'm back to 20 Estus, but... Yeah, this is a popular invasion point because of a segment coming up that is particularly good for griefing because it's frustrating and difficult. So we're gonna get that guy to come to us. What are they armed with? So are they actually gonna do a good fight? Ow. Okay, so they're rapier. So is that a rapier or an S-Tuck? I think it's an S-Tuck. Ow. Okay, that was different. That was the Wrath of the Gods miracle. I mean, I put up a better fight than some of the invasions I've done in this one. Anyway. At least we were back here, so we can just get those. Let's have a little more HP. So let's go get... that Firekeeper's soul. And one thing worth noting is that once you've gone into the archives, you're not going to be able to get out until you actually get to that... ow. Get to that... Damn it! Knock it off. Until you actually get to that bonfire, because... Come on, guys. What the hell? Because until you get to the bonfire that you can warp to, you can't warp from the bonfire in the dungeon area. Ow. Oh, that was close. I don't know how I didn't get killed by that, but I'm okay with it. At least that last invader didn't just do a bunch of bullshit, wonky hitbox backstabs. They actually fought straight. And I almost beat him too. They just pulled out that Wrath of the Gods when I wasn't expecting it. Whee! Yeah, you first. Okay, next. Yeah. Snake men are about the biggest thing that you can actually successfully backstab. That's him taken care of. Oh, hang on. Is that guy still there? Yeah, he is. Whoops. Okay, we're good. So, because the siren is no longer going, those things aren't coming up the stairs at us. But they are still all here. They do respawn. And you think I didn't hear you chilling up here? Sit down. Okay. Alright, so now they're all in here. So I think I must have clipped the hitbox on this one. Because one of his tentacles got in the way of my shot. Whoops. Hang on. Damn it. Ew. Oh. This guy decided to come down. Must have, I'm actually not sure, how he noticed that I was down here. Okay. I'm fine with that. Come here. Okay. Yeah, what I should have done when he was throwing that Wrath of the Gods was try to peg him with the crossbow and interrupt it. I just didn't think of that because I was focusing on the Claymore's sweep to actually do damage. Okay.
Hello again. What a chance. Alas, I'm in prison.
Okay, just says the same thing.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm saved. That makes twice. I must be sure to repay you. I will visit the archives. If I discover any new spells, I shall share them with you. Prepare to be impressed by the onward march of sorcery.
Yeah, when he goes into the archives and starts doing research, he can sell you the most powerful sorceries in the game. Particularly Crystal Soul Spear and Homing Crystal Soul Mass. Homing Crystal Soul Mass, I personally, when I played a sorcerer, felt was like the best spell. But anyways, I'm not playing a sorcerer, so I can't really demonstrate. So now we got that Firekeeper. So you know what? Let's throw a track here. So before we move on, we are going to pop to Firelink Shrine.
There you are. I'll be heading.
Oh yeah, I better do that before I do the other thing at the archives. Continuing on Siegmeyer's side quest. So now we have a +4 Estus Flask. We are going to work to Daughter of Chaos. Put on the rusted iron ring so we can move through the schmutz for this. Slight detour. As part of continuing his questline occurs at the Duke's Archives. I was about to find it, or rather I was about to go to the area where it takes place, but in order to have that trigger, I need to have done this part first. So we'll get back to the Duke's Archives and Mr. Scaleless Dragon after this. Oh, that's the one I left here. Way back when in this playthrough. Nobody's rated my message. Shame that. I do love how they changed some of the particle effects, like those green endurance sparks coming off me like sweat. That's a nice touch. Oh, are these guys noticing me? Yep. You know what? I'll just tank the poison. It's fine. To hurry things along here. Oh, I never got that, did I? Then eat these things. poison around the corner here, or did I get... I think I got these before because I had the Pyromancer pants for the poison resistance briefly. You may notice that a familiar onion bro is now down here. Excuse me.
Oh ho! Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. You see, I'm actually in a bit of a fix. I've made it this far, but I'm short on antidote moss for the trip back. By my knighthood, I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps of moss?
Sure, buddy.
Fantastic. Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Katarina expresses his deepest gratitude. I shall not forget this. Please, take this, a symbol of my appreciation. Well, our fates do seem entwined, don't they? Perhaps this, too, is the will of Lord Gwyn.
Yeah, let's just... So we always seem to be bailing him out, don't we? Well, that comes to a head in a future part of his quest line, which we will get to probably a little later. Here. Duke's Archives, there it is. I'm gonna have to look up where they moved Evelyn to. Obviously not while the stream is actively going on. But anyways, once you've set Logan out of the cage, he'll be in this little book nook here.
Hello there. I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent. More than expected, even. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries with you. And the secret of Seath's immortality. Ah. The secret of Seath's immortality. If you have fought him and were in prison, you must know that Seath is a true undead, different from ourselves. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. It is an effect of the primordial crystal, a sacred treasure pillaged by Seath when he turned upon the ancient dragons. So only by destroying the primordial crystal can you so much as scratch his hide. And it so happens, the primordial crystal is in the inner garden of these very archives, the Crystal Forest.
Actually...
Hello there.
Oh, so even if I don't have the intelligence, he'll still tell me stuff now. That's good to know.
Farewell.
But yeah, he gets quite absorbed in his work when you reach this point. And here, we have 20 prism stones, which are very helpful for what we are coming up to here. There you go. So we go down this ladder. And like Dusk of Ulasil, we have another gold crystal golem. Now there's a bunch of others scattered around along with some soul items and some blue titanite chunks, but this is the important one. Whoops. Okay. because, like with Dusk, there was someone inside it.
It was you who rescued me. Why, thank you. I am Vigeland of Katerina. I don't know how I ended up in that crystal. It wasn't terrible in there, but I could hardly move. I must think of some way to repay you. Oh, have you seen my father? You wouldn't miss him. A suit of armor just like mine.
I have, in fact.
Thank goodness. I knew he was here somewhere. Well then, now I must find him. Thanks again, truly. Now if we just stay put and keep out of trouble.
So yeah, she's looking for her dad. She is the daughter of it's the mixing them up with the guys from Dark Souls 3. Just onion, bro. So, guy's not guarding anything. Too late. I already missed me. That one wasn't guarding anything. I believe the three dudes... Yeah, there's a couple of them with items nearby. Actually, I don't think there's one near those three. No. But these guys have a decent chance of dropping blue Titanite chunks, so if you're enhancing a magic or enchanted weapon, this is a good place to farm for that. And there's also just a few scattered around. No, it's just the one. Ow. Ow. What? Rude. Anyway, I'm not gonna fight all of these guys. You don't really have to. And particularly, actually I have enough, just about enough souls for another left. Whoops. I don't know why that didn't connect. Hey now. Oh, that's right. I didn't put my wolf ring out. That's why I'm getting knocked around so easily. I didn't put my wolf ring back on. Because I got no poise without it. So let's try that again here. That should be enough for a level. I'm not going to bother going human for this boss fight. First and foremost, I didn't see any summon signs when I was here before. And second of all, I don't need to get invaded by griefers while I'm working on this next location. Couple short, hang on. Just one. Just one is 5,000 souls at this point. Let's get another endurance. Yeah, now we can just ignore all the annoyances in the archives proper. Sometimes wonky hitboxes work in your favor. It happens. Okay. And running. Scoot past this guy. And here we have crystal trees. And the crystal cave. Another reason why the Duke's Archives almost made me stop playing before was this area. And and you will see why in just a moment. So here's your first demonstration. There are invisible platforms here, and they're not straight invisible platforms. They are windy, they are jagged, they are all over the place. Now those prism stones that we picked up can be used to help locate them, and sometimes people are helpful enough to leave messages along the pathway. I think that's just another blue titanite chunk. Now this part is kind of the worst, is fighting this guy on such a precarious setup. Might just peg him with crossbow bolts when I can. This is not a good place to actually fight somebody. I don't know where he actually hit with that. That should do it. Nope. Not quite. Okay, there we go. Now these two gold golems don't have people inside them, and they also don't respawn. Anyways, carefully step here. If you look below, you can see a little hole here. Look down here. There's actually a couple of crystal lizards in this hole. They're hard to... Oh, hey, wow. Well, I missed the third one, but that's fine. So they always drop two Twinkling Titanite and a blue chunk. Now, more importantly, off in this direction, and it's gonna take a little while. Just gotta... So, out in this direction, there's an item over there. And this is the worst one to try to go for, but if you want to max out a crystal, or not crystal, but a magic or enchanted weapon, you kind of have to go this way. And these little things, the little motes of falling crystal, will indicate safe spots that you can go. But it's a little unlooted. They got a zigzag all over the place. This way? Okay. And getting back from this one is really difficult, just because of the angle and the lighting. To fall down here. Yep. I kind of expected that, really. Going back across that one is hard. You get to keep the item, but usually, if I was going for that, I would have just boned out, but I thought I could do it because I laid the prism stones. Oh well. I'm not going back for this, so it's not worth it. Instead, we will carry on. We're actually running low on regular crossbow bolts, so I'm going to switch to the heavies. I missed that time. Oh, that's helpful. Come on. Hate that shoulder check. There's no parrying it. And they do it so quickly. There's not as much telegraphing of it. Oops. Yeah, the fact that there's such an extensive and tricky platforming segment in a game that's really not made for platforming, it's probably one of the most glaring flaws. It looks pretty here. It's super, super, super pretty with the crystals and the chimey noises. And there's also 2 moonlight butterflies, who we fought as a boss before. But you can actually not fight them if you don't want to. You can end up accidentally provoking them if you're not careful. Oh, there's 3 of them. Stand corrected. My souls were all the way over there, so I am not gonna bother. Oop, oop. And maybe I can get that other crystal lizard on this. Don't run away from me a little. Damn it. Okay. I forget what that item is, but I don't care at this point. Yeah, and that's a developer message. Here. I'm sure there's speedrunners who have this memorized and can just do it, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. Yeah, here. There we go. Okay. You did it, yay. And then you can grab, if you slip around here, the soul of a hero. But if you step there, you do risk provoking the moonlit butterfly. Managed to not do that, so that's good. Okay. And then, after all that platforming section, you have clams, which are kind of annoying. Their hitbox is not very... their hitbox is very wide. Okay, there. Oh shit, do I have any? 'Cause I don't have a lot of cursed resistance. Shit, I don't have any purging stones. Right, so this is gonna be... maybe I should have restored my humanity. Lock on distances are wonky sometimes. Yeah, see, it didn't look like he was anywhere near me, but he still managed to hit me. These guys will sometimes drop purging stones, and they can also drop twinkling titanite. Come on, where's the lock on? Because yeah, after you go through the crap with the invisible floor, then you gotta deal with these guys. And they're a little on the annoying side. So, this is one of probably the, I would say this, the Archer run on the Anor Londo rafters, and the Bed of Chaos are the most difficult parts of the game, or not most difficult, most frustrating parts of the game, because their difficulty isn't exactly fair. Oh good, I hit them both. Yep, line up. Okay, he's done. Return. Okay. Man, these guys are not being generous at all. Nothing. Nothing. Alright. Well, oh, I still didn't put my wolf ring back on. Well. Okay, that's actually significant improvement, so that'll have to do. Alright, so that sparkly thing over there is the primordial crystal that Logan told us about. Seath, who looks absolutely gorgeous in the remaster, is none too happy about us breaking in here. what are the things that you can... Now, first and foremost, you want to break this in order to be able to actually do damage to him. But you can actually trick Seath into breaking it himself. But he is just one of the great monster designs of this game. And when he breaks it, he will stagger. And that gives you an opportunity to run around behind him and try... let's see if I can get it in the right spot. You want to do it towards the tip. Yes, got it. The Moonlight Greatsword is pretty great. It is a great sword, but it does primarily magic damage rather than physical. And it also has a sword beam. Ow. Okay. So, I got the curse resistance, but I have to be careful not to actually get killed by him normally. Now, you can wail on his tentacle things if you want to stay away from the front of him with his breath weapons. But you can actually do more damage by hitting him at the core. He's got his breath weapon, and he can do the curse effect with those crystals. But he's actually a bit lumbering. And ow. Yeah, so you want to watch out for that. You want to watch out for that, because you'll just take continuous damage while you're in the crystal area. I want to get out of that. Getting a little too much flak in there. And boom, done. Bye-bye. And we even cut his tail off. And we get the Bequeathed Lord Soul Shard. Where did... Actually, can I even use this? Yeah, it's all magic damage. Let me just show that off, because it's cool. Lasers! It's pretty great. I don't have the stats to use it, and Carl has his trusty Claymore. So we're fine with that. Need to go buy some more regular crossbow bolts, I think. So let's level up, grab our endurance, and then we will warp. Go to the parish. I know we can get stuff there. So we can switch back to the wolf ring now. There it is.
That's an odd ember you have there. I know what you're thinking, but I'm no good with those. It won't be easy, but I'm afraid you'll have to look for someone else.
No, that's fine. We didn't come to you for weapon changes. We just wanted some ammo. Oh wow, I could just buy 900. But that seems a little excessive, so... How about... There, 200. And then... buy another... There we go. That's good. And he's got a variety of weapons you can buy from him. Oh yeah, where was I on upgrading my pants? I had not upgraded them at all. Oh, I actually have some already. Must have... Damn it. I wasn't even thinking about that. I don't know when I bought those. I was focusing on Calamite. Okay, and then there. So we squeezed a little defense out of those.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
You're certainly right about that. Although I am presently in a hollowed state. I haven't restored my humanity in a while, come to think of it. Well, no, that's not true. I did it in Seeth's, or the Duke's Archives, and got killed by an invader for it, so... There you go. Cursebite Ring. Help me out. Need no shirt. Where to go next here? Because there's one more Lord Soul we can get. And there's a couple more optional bosses. I don't really have a lot of humanity at the moment, and I kind of want to. Well, it's not that I don't have a lot, it's I don't have enough. It's 20, I need like 30. So let's go to an optional area. Orlando. Now, when we revisited the early part of the game, where we got the peculiar doll from our cell in the asylum where we were originally, I'm going to show you where that gets used. But yeah, we killed 2 dragons today. Now, we're gonna go, and if we're quick, maybe, we can meet a 3rd. Sort of. So, when you turn this thing all the way over, there's 2 spots that you can access. First, it's right here. Now, when we were in Anor Londo before, we cut down a chandelier. It crashed right there. There's another set of items in the distance there. Then the second area, and both of these areas do lead to optional bosses. Just save a little time there. So this, as you can see by the statue, well, actually you wouldn't know what he looked, well, maybe from the opening intro, but this is the tomb of Lord Gwyn. And the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn increases miracle strength. However, if you... oh, I don't know if I picked it up. Ah, Darkmoon Seance Ring. You equip that, it reveals something. There's another method of revealing this area, but...
Halt! This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of mine self, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me.
So, we had Guinevere up above, but now we're meeting Gwyndolin. And we are... yeah, so we don't actually belong to that covenant yet, we just found the ring of somebody who does. But, since we're here, we can join.
O disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shalt protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon.
So the Dark Moon Blades are the Avengers of Dark Souls.
Very well. Now thou art a blade of the dark moon, hunteth the enemies of the lords by the power of the dark sun.
So we got a souvenir of reprisal when we killed Lautrec earlier, and that's the item that's used to rank up this covenant. But we only have the one, so it's not really worth much. But by ranking up the that covenant, you can get a couple of miracles. And there's a bonfire here that you can warp to, and also because he's an optional boss. But something interesting, if you take a look at the ring he gave you. Ring granted to those bound by the Darkmoon Blade Covenant. Answered Dark Sun Gwendolyn's summoning. Gwendolyn, all too aware of his repulsive, frail appearance, radiated the illusion of a sister Guinevere, who helps him guard over Anor Londo. An unmasking of these deities would be tantamount to blasphemy. So, the big Guinevere that we saw, the princess that I once thought was a symbol of hope and light, and you've made it this far and you can save the world. Yeah, she's fake. Totally, absolutely phony. An illusion created by Gwendolyn. I never opened the front door. But I think I did open the side door. Ow. So, ow. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna get these assholes out of my way. Oh, come off it. Why are you not dead? That's annoying. Because I definitely killed one. I don't know why there were suddenly 3 of them. Okay. Let's try it this way then. So yeah, like that thing said, this Sister Guinevere is totally phony. And, so one hit from anything that does damage will make it disappear.
Thou that tarnisheth the Godmother's image, I am Gwendolyn. And thy transgression shall not go unpunished. Thou shalt perish in the twilight of Anor Londo.
But, yeah, she wasn't real. She was a ruse. Try holding with both hands. Amazing chest I had. But the interesting thing is that when the illusion of Guinevere goes away, so does all of the knights protecting her, because they were illusions too. However, somebody is a little pissed off that we did that. And you may recognize them as as wearing the same armor as the Balder Knights and the Steel Knights that we have fought a few times before. And he's using a big honking greatsword. And she's using the Balder side sword. As you can see, the big knights are gone. So it's the Silver Knight. They're all gone. You don't have to worry about fighting them ever again. And now I can open this door like I remembered to. Now, if you kill the illusion of Guinevere, and I'll show you under my status. Oh no, I'm apparently still in the Dark Moon Blades. That's weird. But yeah, you can't join the Princess Guard anymore. Oh, right, I want to get my souls back first. Yeah, and the gargoyles are all gone too. But hey, our giant buddy is real.
What's that? Shiny, shiny. Give me that. I make weapons shiny.
Sure.
I had shiny, shiny. I make weapons shiny. You come, I forge. Shiny, shiny. Get shiny from Duke. Forge weapons. Make shiny more happy. Comment soon.
He's very happy to have gotten the shiny shiny. And can you blame him? I don't think you can blame him. He's great. Now, there's one more person standing between us and Gwendolyn. Now, if you kill the Guinevere illusion...
How dare you produce a blade upon a deity? How did you ever get this far? I shall end your suffering here and now. It is the least that I can do.
Yeah. You can also open up the Dark Moon Tomb
But how?
by killing the Guinevere illusion.
Is a threat. Master Gwendolyn.
Now, you probably recognize that she was the firekeeper of the Anor Londo bonfire. So you can pick up a fire soul, keeper soul if you kill her, but now the bonfire for Anor Londo will not work. And unlike the firekeeper at Firelink Shrine, you can't restore her to life. And furthermore, the Blades of the Dark Moon are designed around killing sinners. So that blue eye orb that they use allows them to invade the worlds of people who have accumulated sin. And sin is produced either by doing something in-game that violates the agreement of it. Oh, no. Hold on. This is painting, that's right. Oh, right, I didn't rotate it, I don't think. Yeah, so either you violate the sanctity or the tenets of a covenant, and you get that covenant turned against you, or you get indicted. And indictment is what I was doing to those people who invaded me on the stream. It asks if an invader kills you, you can indict them so long as you are carrying an indictment, which was purchased from the Sin Cleric at the temple where you fought the Bell Gargoyles. And I'm actually gonna kindle. Actually, I don't think I need to kindle this bonfire all the way to 20, but I am gonna kindle it. Because this bonfire still works. Kindle so we can stay at 10. But I think I'll be alright. So be wary of trap. So now, if he's pissed off at you, you can't kneel before the Dark Sun and rank up in that covenant. You can, even if you have killed the illusory Guinevere, go to Velka and be absolved of your sin, and then you can continue ranking this up. However, once you kill Gwendolyn, who's a great big phony, because not only was Guinevere a fake, but so was the sun. that was casting its light on Anor Londo. The whole thing was a fake. Carl's not a big fan of fakers, so we're gonna go deal with this little bitch.
Heretic. First thou offendeth the Godmother, and now thou see fit to trample upon the tomb of the great Lord. I am the Dark Sun, Gwyndolin. Let the atonement for thy felonies commenceth.
Yeah, this hallway seems to go on forever, but actually, and it's for the purposes of the boss fight, but actually, if you keep running for about 10 straight minutes, you can actually reach the end of it. Now, Gwyndolin is a spellcaster, but he's also got a bow that shoots rapid fire. So your job is basically to catch him. Because unlike the channelers, he can actually be hit while he's in the midst of teleporting. But he does do it pretty quickly, so you can usually only get a couple of shots in. So he will shoot you with 5 arrows at once, or he will charge up this big-ass magic laser. Okay. But yeah, so long as you know the pattern, whoa, or the what his attacks look like, it's actually very easy to. It's also easy to fuck up if you're not careful. 2 and 3. Alright.
Oh, heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
And then once he's gone, the illusion of the never-ending hallway goes away with him. But yeah, he's all about illusions and trickery and deceit. Got a couple of arrows sticking out of me. But yeah, that wasn't too tricky. And here, this great big slab is we've been told is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn, who Frampt said we were to be the successor to. Except now we killed both of Gwyn's actual children, or well, we killed one of his children and an illusion of the other created by that child. But the real question then becomes, if he had a kid left, why did he need us to become the successor? Yeah, and that chest is actually empty. There's nothing in it. Yeah, so Gwyndolin was the last child of Gwyn. So he was the youngest, but the actual Guinevere and whoever his firstborn was, and in fact the Ring of the Sun's firstborn will tell us about that. So Lord Gwyn's firstborn was a god of war, but his foolishness led to the loss of Annals and rescinding of his deific status. Today, even his name is not known. So nobody knows who Gwyn's firstborn is, and he was stripped of the right to be among the lords of Anor Londo because he fucked up and lost to the annals of history or something. So, nobody knows who he is or where he is, and he's not considered a god anymore, so he's not inheriting. Guinevere was an illusion, so the real one, we don't even know where she is. And Gwyndolin was a little bitch who was putting on a little light show to show us a world that was fake. A fake son, a fake godmother. He's a great big phony. And then, I think we're getting close to quitting time, so we'll go to the other optional area and be there, ready to start it up the next time. And I think we can grab a level here, so let's do that. So, if I go up this way, I should be able to get to the painting. Where is it? Your doll. There was once an abomination who had no place in this world. She clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into a cold and lonely painted world. So that's where we're going. A cold and lonely painted world. Now you'll notice, whoops, that even though the illusions are gone, these guys, who are referred to as painting guardians, are still here. So they're guarding something. Some kind of, if we go by the, there we go, if we go by the peculiar doll, there was once an abomination with no place in this world. She was drawn into a painted world, and these are the painting guardians. So that abomination, nobody wants it around, apparently. We get the great magic weapon sorcery. So many throwing knives. Oh, what did you drop for me? More throwing knives, hurrah! Then we got one more painting guardian here. And here we have the black iron armor, as well as the black iron great shield and a great sword. This was the equipment belonging to Iron Tarkus, who we summoned to help with the Iron Golem boss fight. Unfortunately, that is in fact his corpse, because those rafters in his heavy armor was a no-go, and he fell to his death, unfortunately. So here we have a painting that we can examine. Whoops. And so too are we drawn into the cold and lonely painted world, where resides this abomination that the description speaks of. So now that we're here, I think we're gonna call it a day, as we beat Calamite, we beat Cephascalis, and we beat the great big phony Gwendolyn. I am, however, going to kindle this bonfire. And this is also a popular PvP area. But there's only the one bonfire here, but you can't warp out through this bonfire. You have to make your way to the actual exit. Alright, so we're going to fully kindle that bonfire. And then we're going to call it a day. So, thanks for joining me today. I hope you had fun watching me beat up a bunch of dragons and a phony. But for now, Carl will catch you later.